Previously, on the Between Two Yeti Kilimanjaro adventure, we've documented everything from the planning to the training, packing up and travelling to Tanzania. We've walked for 7 days on the mountain from the tropics through to the Arctic zones. On our 5th night, we summited, filmed our little show on the roof of Africa and started the long walk home. And maybe some of us got a little assistance towards the end. Along the way, we've become very familiar with the functions of the human body. Our team leader, 4-time USA memory champion Nelson Dellis, has kept us up to date and offered advice at every stage of the journey. And we've come to regard our porters and our guides like friends. Oh, and of course, we've continued our Emmy Award-winning bathroom series along the way. But now, as all good things must come to an end, it's time to return to normality. I'm Lee Savage, and I created Between Two Yetis, where we take our Yeti coolers all around the world and meet people from all walks of life to learn what it is that gets them out of bed. Our aim is to show the humanity in the world by giving people the opportunity to share their story. This is Nelson Dellis. He's a 4-time USA memory champion and runs a charity called Climb for Memory, where he raises awareness of Alzheimer's disease by organising climbing expeditions up some of the world's greatest mountains. We decided, why not take the show up a mountain on one of his next trips? So we worked out how to strap them to our backs, got together some friends, and flew out to Kilimanjaro. This is our adventure climbing to the roof of Africa. I think what's quite funny right now is everyone's so elated by the sheer fact that we've finished this thing. Everyone is just everybody. Stressed?
A little bit. I feel like they're all looking at me because I was the one with the money. It's horrible. It's not a cool feeling. I want to give them all money, but
We are giving them all money, aren't we?
yeah. If they were doing this in the U.S., they deserved a lot more.
Fuck. How much would it cost to do this in the US?
To employ that many people, can you imagine?
To do exactly this job?
Yeah.
You're gonna get on film. So I want to give you take the rack.
Done.
Congratulations, Lee. Do you have yours? I hope so. I didn't get one last time. Amy, come here.
I'm gonna put this on the wall of my bathroom.
So you can remember all the shit.
Congratulations.
The camp.
Just gotta fill in your name.
I've got to fill my name out.
Yes. Is that okay? I can do it for you.
Can you do it for me?
Can you do it for me?
Instantly lost its luster. Yeah.
Yeah, it lost your official. Yeah, this is part. Guys, give it back to
You're
Nelson.
the best. Why?
He's gonna fill it out.
Look what he got. Yeah. Now, was that because of what you did or because...
What I did.
And we know the magic of room 108. So Nelson made a video like this after his, I don't know how many, month on Everest there or something. But to come back to, to a rocking fan, to AC, to electricity, to a refrigerator. It's not working. A tiger print bed mats. And oh my God! Yeah! And this is the first time I've seen myself in a week. How are people saying I still look good is beyond me. I've got a feeling this is going to be the first of several showers today. And we are back between two yetis for a midnight special with the wonderful Aubrey Ryder. How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Okay, so you're the topic. It's your topic.
Yes. And it's actually something that we briefly talked about at Keys Hotel in Moshi.
Okay.
And that was moments in your life where you feel like you're shedding who you are in travel, where you're in some experience, some place, and you're redefining who you are. You're just looking at something and rediscovering you. And you and I both agreed that each of these moments, they all seem to have something in common, and it's adversity and what that means. And I've been reflecting on that today in the way that you climb a mountain and things like that.
So these moments in life, I think we were talking about, take you by surprise because when your body and you're put at risk, that's when you have the epiphany, the illusion, the angels open up. Or something
and it's
like
not
that.
even, I guess it's not even risk. It's just, it's like your journey to get there was something that you just never expected. And you're surprising yourself.
So when's yours? When was yours?
Well, I think that this is going to be another, but my first that I ever experienced was in Scotland. I, on a whim, went there and I got myself a motorcycle. Actually not even a tent, I had a tarp in my motorcycle, some food, a couple of clothes. I put them in hard packs and I just went. I had no plan. I just knew I wanted to drink some scotch and see some mountains. And there was one night I was on Isle of Skye and I had gotten to a mountain pass and it was all foggy and I had no food. And so I went back to town and I couldn't find food anywhere. And the only thing I could find was a bag of haggis chips. And
Haggis chips?
Haggis chips. Haggis flavored chips. But I'm walking along the road with my bag of haggis chips to go sleep under a tarp on my motorcycle in a mountain pass that I couldn't even see the beauty of yet. And this old lady started yelling at me, telling me I was going to be fat. And she starts following me on the road and she, without a question, turns to me and says, "You're gonna follow me." Turns and walks, and I decide to follow her to her house. She made me meat pies and a bunch of stuff that she gave me in containers to take back. And so I went back to this mountain pass and I'm sitting there eating like these hot meat pies I had made like a 70-some-year-old friend. And when I woke up in the morning, I had a full stomach and the fog had cleared and it was just the most breathtaking thing. And I felt like I had completely changed something about myself in that moment. And whenever I talk to people when I'm traveling, every single person has something like that. some moment where they were looking at something or just felt something in that way. And I think it's a cool thing to talk about and have a conversation with other travelers.
Yeah. I haven't had one of those moments.
This could be one for you.
Yeah. Where?
Beautiful shot in the sunlight.
Moshi Town. Moshi Sunset.
Okay. It's going to be a long, long flight. And this one ticket goes all the way? Yeah. Okay.
I wish you a nice flight.
Thank you. And there, they're marked. Wonderful. And so just like that, 1 week later, we leave there, and the next crowd are going in through there, needing a visa. It's essentially a conveyor belt, and I genuinely believe people are coming here to reach the summits, to make the achievement and get the picture, and they're all missing, I don't know, I think people are missing the bigger picture, and it's people. Those porters, those guys who climbed with us and helped us all, that's somebody I'm never going to forget. So to say goodbye to Kilimanjaro, Africa's roof of Africa, I strongly believe people are what makes the world. Okay.
This is Karanga Camp. Come check out my crib. This is the entrance door. This is beechwood. They actually got this from South America, shipped in, and that's why it's so expensive. The reason they get this wood is it survives any weather, and you can see this has actually been here for 200 years. Ventilation holes here, but also they leave them so that you can do your business while looking at this awesome view. Just check it out. You've got the business end here,
This is actually beautiful.
Yeah, so this is they've actually modified this one. These were put in 1950.
Right.
The first person to climb Kilimanjaro actually slipped and put his foot all the way down one of these holes, and he was like, "There's a way of improving this." So these are actually called the grip pads. So the structure here, which actually it's got two purposes. It obviously releases the gas up into the air. If there is a dire emergency, you can actually get a cigarette lighter and light the top of it. Creates a big plume. The guys in Moshi, you won't be able to see them at the moment. The guys in Moshi are trained to look out for these plumes, and if this goes up, then there'll be a big team of guys, I guess, running up the mountain.
Is this constructed at a lean?
It's done on purpose, yeah. I mean, they call it Baroque architecture. It's so that when you're looking out, it looks like you're not actually on a slope. Because as I'm looking at here now, I'm looking at the camp that's completely flat. So it gives you just a sense of security. Because you can imagine if you're trying to do your business and it's on a slope, it can be a little bit off-putting. So that was another thing they put in. I think that was in 1970. Yeah, it was patented in 1970, I believe. Somebody made a lot of money. That's about it for this one. It's one of the better ones. I think this one is actually in the top 10 of the Kilimanjaro toilets. I believe it's number 7. There are 6 better ones, but I've not found them yet. So this is my number 1.